Hello, my name is Eva. Hi, Henry. Hi, Richard.
Hello, Eva and Henry, global fellow fighters. Very excited to be with you again.
Hello, Eva. Hello, Richard. Thank you for having me. It's great to see you again.
Okay. So, Henry, could you please help us to read the PPT? Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Eva. Please look at the first slide. Thank you. Okay. In general, there are three categories of people who are susceptible to shedding, and in many cases, these categories overlap. The first are the sensitive patients, for example, those who frequently react to the chemicals or get injured by pharmaceuticals. Due to these susceptibilities, those patients frequently have chronic disease, illness such as mast cell degranulation disorder, multiple chemical sensitivities, EMF sensitivities, Lyme disease, mold toxicity, and fibromyalgia. These patients were most likely to avoid COVID-19 vaccine due to their previous bad experience with pharmaceuticals, and more likely to be chronically debilitated by the COVID vaccine or COVID-19 infection. Please look at the next slide. Thank you. The second group is patients sensitized to the spike protein due to a previous vaccine injury or non-COVID. These patients frequently find their symptoms worse when they are around vaccinated individuals, and many have reported that their sensitivity to shedding increases with time. Note, I believe that cell danger response provides one of the best models to explain what happens to the patients in the first two categories. Likewise, I also find a existing impairment in zeta potential frequently predisposes those patients to these issues, and that restoring their physiologic zeta potential often greatly benefits them. Finally, since the spike protein is allergen that is highly effective at creating autoimmunity in the body, that also can explain why successive exposure to it increases one's sensitivity to it. And likewise, some of the most promising COVID treatments simply use energy meditations. Please look at next slide. Thank you. The third group are the people who cannot effectively produce antibodies to the spike protein. I was initially clued into this from a study of vaccinated patients who developed myocarditis, which discovered that their ability to develop a neutralizing antibody for the spike protein was impaired, leading to free spike protein circulating in the blood, whereas normally it would be bound to an antibody. Because of this, the spike protein being produced in their body is thus able to create havoc throughout it, and those patients become symptomatic after being exposed to a much lower concentration of spike protein, for example, via shedding. It's important to note that while reactive to the shedding, these patients are nowhere near as sensitive to shedding as the previous described quote-unquote sensitive patients. Eva, thank you.
Yes. Okay, thank you. And today I really, again, like before, I check a lot of vocabulary. And today I learned what is the zeta potential, but that one still don't understand. I really want to know. And there's a three category. Richard, could you explain a little bit? Come on, use I can some vocabulary I can understand. What is a three category people?
Yeah, thank you, Eva. Thank you, Henry. So actually, I think today we are talking about the three types of people who are susceptible to the spike protein, the shedded spike protein. I think it's not that difficult to understand that, these three categories are like, first is a sensitive patient, they say that it's like a sensitive, this group people are sensitive to the chemicals, even before the spike, like before the COVID vaccination. And the second is the patient is specifically, is sensitive to the spike protein. And the third one is a little bit like, people who cannot produce enough antibodies to spike protein, but this sensitive. These people, are not that sensitive to the spike protein, the shedded spike protein compared to the group one. But I think the interesting to me is that there are several, description or understanding about the medical symptoms. First is allergy. So the second topic say that the second page say that since the spike protein is an allergen that is highly effective at creating autoimmune immunity in the body. So that means now we, especially in Western countries, people know that the kids, most of the kids, they have this or that allergies, to this and to fruit, to nuts, to this and that. So now I realize that the allergy is, the disease or the symptoms that shows your immune system or are like attacked, or there's some problem with your immune system. So which to me is not a just the allergy, because people like get used to allergy. Allergy is okay, right? But to me it's not okay. Your immune system like impaired, then it's a big problem. But the second concern about this first group, category one, is interesting that those people are like sensitive to the chemicals and got injured by the pharmaceuticals. So which remind me one thing, during the past years that America, I think the media or the government talking about the autism, caused by the vaccines, the age category, different vaccines caused the autism. And now this is the one that we know. But now I think those vaccines, not the COVID vaccine, just the regular vaccine, I think they cause so many other, the diseases, especially for children, chronic diseases, or, because I saw an article that, the people, especially the kids now, they are very, easy to get sick because to like a weather change, to some food or this and that. Like, the body of this young generation are like very weak compared to, I mean, decades ago, or the other, the indigenous without vaccine. So it's more and more clear, they're getting very clear that the vaccines, all the vaccines, including is of course the COVID vaccine is the worst, right, among out of all of these vaccines. They are like killing people from the kids. Eva.
Okay, but I still wanna like Richard, can you give a simply like some kind of sample? You can explain a little bit. The last time when we talk about like sometime go to people, there's a lot of people around, and then have like a headache. Like I get this kind of experience. You last time you said so. So is those kind of things that happen to me? Those call is a sensitive category, or like I'd like to know a little bit more.
You mean like you're sensitive to the shedded spike protein from the vaccinated people, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. Because
Yeah, because the whole environment now is like most in Canada. Don't forget that in Canada, over 85%, 90% of the people are vaccinated for at least one dose. So this is like if you are in a public area with other peoples, mostly possibly you are with the the vaccinated people, and then Yeah, that is they have some, they are shedding the spike protein 24 hours.
It's also like you said, is I agree too. I don't know, Henry, you know that because the young people right now is it's not like before the generation. They are hardly to have a headache, coughing, or something like that. Because people around me, like young age, around 30 years old, I always heard of like because it's kind of like a work or something talk. I call them. And they always like coughing and something like that. So Henry have this kind of like experience the young generation right now.
Yeah, thank you, Eva. Not just a young generation, like it looks like to me, everything changed after pandemic. Like mortality rates are increasing. People, around me are less healthier, not just younger generation. So there is supposed to be something that can account for it. Even the people's way of life are a little bit different than before the pandemic. So there is evidence explain how shedding transfers, why some certain categories of people are susceptible to the shedding of the COVID-19 vaccine. So this back our claim from another aspects, that is, COVID vaccine is atrocity against humanities, not just like harmful to the vaccinated, but will be a shedding of either mRNA or vaccine, spike protein onto the unvaccinated. So yeah, so like blessed are those people who like us, who listen to the warning from the NFSC, stating that vaccine, like vaccine 19, COVID-19 vaccine, is harmful, is not the is harmful, is kind of like bio weapon, So yeah, so we are blessed. We give the credits to Mr. Mao School, the founder of the new Federal State of China. So he take a good risk and saves a lot of people's lives. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Henry. And also, like, what do you think, Richard? Even we go to the public, there's many people, or like I take a bus or something. Do you think it's a good idea to have a mask on? What do you think?
I think, yeah, you can put on mask, but the mask cannot work because shedding is not only, you breathe in. I think to like when you touch something, and then the vaccinated people, when touch it before you, and then you touch it the same space again, I believe the spike protein will just jump on your body. So that is I think it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But I want to comment on the issue that you mentioned, that in a public area you always hear somebody coughing in the public area or the plane. My experience is that during the past 2 years, when you are in a public crowded area in a plane, you always listen to somebody coughing, like wow, it's serious, big coughing. So that is, we know that it's caused by the COVID vaccine. It damaged the whole body and the immune system and the lungs. So yeah, things are changing. The whole world is changing because of this COVID-19 CCP virus and the vaccines.
Oh, okay. So what about let's take a look at Miles School's clip and then we come back to talk. Thank you.
记住我说的话，共产党在这个疫苗面前，还有病毒面前，必会死10000次都不会拉倒共产党。相信我说的话，共产党因为这场他放出的共产党病毒，一定会被苏委员追究出来。 所有疫苗的灾难最后的算账将3个打破，我说3个打破啊，绝不可更改，绝对彻底的消灭世界上的共产主义。第二，包括共产党，你不用想的，没有任何可能。第二个，全人类上超过1大半的国家不会再相信政府，不会再相信媒体，不会再相信已经存在的金融，因为金融已经成为威胁你打疫苗的手段，特别是加拿大，还有很多国家不让你用信用卡呀，不让你用银行啊来威胁你，它已经成为威胁你，让你死亡。像当年纳粹让犹太人给你说送你去波兰，到了那个各个的监狱啊，干劳动完以后说我送你去波兰，然后路上全烧死你一样，然后让你不用信用卡，不用支付系统，对待犹太人一样，太惨了，对犹太人大屠杀，太泯灭良心了，太坏了。所以这个德国这个纳粹太危险了，但纳粹主义就在疫苗面前，在全世界广泛传播。纳粹主义在疫苗面前表现出的金融手段、媒体手段、强权和腐败的医疗系统和药厂的勾结。所以说，第二，全世界的政府和医疗、科学、媒体都将是彻底被打破实行。第三条，人类上不可逆转的人类的所有的管理系统，政府管理社会，你就是3条，你就存在的原因。第一个，财富分配；第二个，维护治安；第三个，就是把人类共同追求的人类的繁衍、稳定、安全下去，就是健保。现在健保系统彻底毁了，人类的繁衍受到了威胁，你这个政府干什么了？社会的安全啊，我这起鸡皮疙瘩说到这儿，社会的安全已经成为了威胁大众的，你的政府，你不是保护大众，你是威胁大众。第三，财富分配，所有的银行、金融工具、支付成了政府威胁人民死亡的手段，你怎么存在呢？不需要你分配了，数字货币可以代表政府重新合理、合法的、公平的分配财富。那你剩下2条，一个是安保。安保这个问题不由你说了算，未来的安保一定是因为财富没有你说了不算了，那就是根据你干的好坏来确定你能否执行国防、警察、治安、安保。人类的繁衍也不能让你说了算，人类的繁衍将是持有货币者来说了算。
Yes, whenever I feel really sad or hopeless, and then you know what I do? I just take back to take a look again and again about Miles Gore's clip. This is a 2022, the years he told our battle fighter. And then until today, it's 4 years ago. And now I feel like I can understand more and more, because before when he talk about the people is not believe, not trust the government, and that especially Canada, and they use the bank or something and threaten to their own people. You cannot tell the truth. You cannot do the things that you think is right. Now it's a really dark days. I think I think the time is very soon to let us to see the sunshine again. What about Henry? What do you think of this clip?
Yeah, thank you, Eva. So I just thank Miles Gore, that gave us information that because I think about this, during the pandemic, I never heard someone's even in the cold season, the flu season, no one said, oh, I got a flu, I got a cold. They all said that they got a virus. Okay, but I was wondering where were the code gone? Where is it? Where was it? So what I'm saying is so the science so I mean a mouse let me give me much food for think what is the science and what is scientism. So only those who seek the truth, stick to the truth, and then so that those are the real scientists. Those scientists are listen to listen to their master is not science. So blessed are those who seek the truth.
Thank you. How about Richard? What do you think
Yeah.
of this clip?
Yeah, actually, this clip was like 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago. But ever since Miles Guo talk, about these three points are happening, and we can see it's happening very soon. And this year will be very crucial to change the old world and then to welcome the new world. This is a transition year, so then I can't wait to see the new world. And especially the new world without the CCP and the communism. It's going to happen very soon.
Thank you so much, Richard. I really agree with you. Like this year, 2026 is the really important year for the translation. Okay, so let's see you next time and next week same time. Yeah, thank you.
Take down the CCP. Take
Yeah,
down
take down
CCP. Take down CCP.
Thank you.